Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the 105 leFH18B2, the French Tier 5 premium SPG that most people know as a leFhy or a leaf blower, and we know as Speedy La Pew Pew. This one is located on the southwest spawn of Outpost under the command of Targy, and it's the first of a couple of replays featuring him in this Arty. Yes, he does enjoy it. And he does have a lot of fun. Well, you can see he's not afraid to use his W key in this game. He's advancing with the heavy tanks actually towards the enemy. I think he just wants to get a really good spot so he can hurt the enemy at long range. Okay, well, one of the enemy tanks, a Britannia Panther, or rather I should say the Baguette, has managed to get into the castle grounds early on. Target's now having a quick look. Okay, he's got a target. Rouse up. Just a little too late there. He might have held on to that shell just for a moment. The annoying thing is that he can't get a shot on the road that approaches the castle, but our guys are actually blocking that anyway. And now he's going to go for the T1 Heavy. Dialing in. Get it nice and centered. Fully dialed in. Rounds out and just lands in front of him. Now you notice that Tarky's carrying 8 rounds of heat. Rounds out. That one landed right alongside him. It damaged his tracks, but it didn't do anything else. Right, from this position in the town, he has got a few shots on some of the enemy tanks, like that T-3485. Oh! Now that was a heat round. You can notice it by the red tracer as it went out. Oh, and he wiped him out. 237 hit points. And that T-3485M was penetrated. Now I think he's going to do the same to the T1 Heavy. Rounds out. Oh, he did! 361. The alpha of these shells is 350. That was a high roll. And he got a perfect pen. And he's just done it again. He's penned an OI. That OI is going to be really upset because that was a really strong hit. And now he's going to try and do the same if he can to that heavy tank number 6, which is basically a Tiger at tier 6. Oh, we can see the enemy arties firing in this general direction. I think he might be getting complaints from some of his teammates saying, "Why aren't you protecting me? I'm getting taken out of the game." Well, that one didn't go through the M4A1, and he did get spotted, which might mean that he might get an enemy shell coming towards him. Oh, he's more than a few enemy shells. They're all upset. They're all firing in this general direction, but the M4A1 was wiped out. He did get the kill, and he's pulling back. Okay, on the south side of the castle area, we've got... Oh, he just hit a KV-1 in the water. Going for it again. What? Oh, he hit him again. My God, we didn't see the tracer go for the full distance, but he definitely got a hit. And just missed him on that shot. If that had actually gone into the side, it would have killed him. But he's out of heat rounds now, so no more heat round magic. But yes, he's going to end up with a big bill for the heat rounds at the end of the game. But he will also get a huge amount of credits. Oh! And another tank goes down the Stug. But he'll get a huge amount of credits for all the damage he did. And there goes the OI. Oh my gum. They're 5 up on the enemy. The enemy's in disarray now. They're being pushed back. Got the gorilla. And he goes down before our shell even reaches him. The KV-1 on our team got him. In fact, we've got the south side of the map virtually completely to ourselves, and the enemy, well, they're panicking. Just saw an AMX 13AM trying to get to the north of the map for the protection of his teammates, and We've just seen another enemy tanker, Leopard, blown up. And the heavy tank number 6 is now getting smacked. There's only 2 enemies left. Oh, and that Arty. Oh, you're doing a bad thing. Don't drown. Bad boy. Never drown. Always fight to the bitter end. It also makes it fun that way. And my God, this battle is already over. That was fast. That was a really quick battle, and it earned a second-class tanker for Targy in the 105 leFH18B2. He also picked up a Stark's medal out of that one for receiving at least 2 hits from the enemy, suffering a loss of 2/3, or potential loss of 2/3 of the hit points for his own vehicle, and getting at least 2 kills and surviving the battle. And yes, he did get that. And look at that win rate as well, 4,069 Super Unicum standard. And that's difficult in a tier 7 game. I believe it was a tier 7. Was it tier? No, it was a tier 6 game with tier 5 tanks in it. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, he didn't get the highest damage in the game. In fact, nobody got a high caliber in this one, because the highest damage was the heavy tank number 6 on the enemy team, 1,892, and he didn't get the high caliber, so he wasn't 20% of the enemy hit pool. Second highest damage was the AC4 experimental. He got a Confederate and 1,637 hit points. And in third place, we got Targy with 1,290, and of course that very valuable Stark's medal. Well, I say valuable, they are difficult to get, because if you do get hit by the enemy twice, more than likely you're either going to get killed or you're going to find life very difficult for the remainder of the battle. And there's also a very good chance that the enemy is going to get you at least some point during the game if they're pushing on you. And of course, you've got to get those 2 kills as well and survive the game. So he got 1,290 hit points in third place. When it came to kills, though, he had joint top with the OI experimental, not the experimental, on his own team, the M6. They all got 3 kills apiece, so they killed 9 tanks, 3/5 of the enemy team wiped out by them. The next highest scorer was the KV1s, managed to get 2 kills apiece, and on the enemy team, their heavy tank number 6 rather, and the OI on their team. And when it came to base XP, it was the AC4 experimental who managed to get the highest with 857. 784 went to the M6, and 780 went to Targy. He fired only 16 rounds, so not a lot of ammo fired for a Fifi, because they normally fire something like 20 or 30 rounds in a battle. He only fired half of that, but he still got great results. 7 direct hits on the enemy, 4 penetrations. Yes, he did fire premium ammo, but boy, were they effective. He also got 3 splash as well, 1,290 hit points of damage, of which 1,149 were at more than 300 meters, so he was still firing long range, but he did have a close-in shot, and that was on that M4A1, and he got the kill. 3 enemy hits received. 1 was penetration, 2 non-penetrations, and yes, those do still count towards the total of the amount of damage that would be done. So if it actually is more than 2/3 of the value of your own hit points, then yes, that would count. And he also got 220 hit points of damage blocked by armor, 3 enemy vehicles spotted, 6 enemy vehicles damaged, 3 killed, and 79 hit points of damage assistance. Now, he did make a loss because he did use premium consumables and he did fire premium rounds. So he ended up with a small loss of 17,304 credits. But I think you'll agree that those heat rounds really had a big, profound effect on the battle, because all of a sudden the enemy lost a large number of tanks all of a sudden out of nowhere, or they suffered sufficient damage that our teammates were able to take them down very quickly. 9,594 experience points altogether, because he did complete a mission as well. So that was a really fast battle. As he says, just plodding along singing my song, Arty rocks the ping pong. Well, he certainly did rock the enemy in this one, because I think they felt the effect of those shells coming in. The moment he did get spotted, shells were coming at him from all directions, because I think they realized, yeah, there's somebody around here blasting us with heat rounds and we don't know who it is. And the moment that he did get spotted through that bush, then yeah, they all fired in his direction at the same time. But he survived, and that's the end of the first battle with a win. Let's have a look at the second one. In the second battle, Targy is on the north spawn of El Halluf. Game on. 105mm light field howitzer capable of 410 alpha and penetrating 53mm of armor. Targy's opted to go to the far east side of the map. Not the usual decision, but it sometimes does work for some players, and I have seen some good players do exceptionally well from this side of the map. It's a little difficult trying to get up that hill. I think sometimes you have to turn sideways on to get up. I think he's busy with something else at the moment. That's why he delayed for a short while. Could be that somebody interrupted him. I know some players do play with their children running in and out, or the wife pokes their head around the corner and he has to stop playing for a moment to actually answer. Or if the kids are playing, then they might sort of like be getting underfoot. Okay, he's in position and he's looking down into the valley. Now there are enemy tanks fairly close by. Fires his first, a bit of a snap, trying to get that AMX ELC. Dialing in. Loaded, but no, he needs to wait for that ELC to come around the corner. Rounds out. Just misses him. Now he's got the 75mm gun, not the 90mm. That was close. And now he's going to go for the T6 medium because they are going after our teammates. First hit on the T6 medium. It's a nice solid hit for 170. Try and get this 14 TP, but he's actually staying very close to the cliff. And, well, the T6 medium's gone down. The ELC's just gone down. We can't see the 14 TP, but look at these two here. We're looking at the heavy tank number 6 right over the other side of the battlefield. You can see the angle here, and it enables you to shoot at some of these guys very easily. T150 takes a hit. 99 hit points. Fires ahead of its path, but it doesn't pull all the way back. Okay, so he needs to adjust. Work out where he's going to move forwards to. Fires the round in. Didn't see the tracer. Oh, there we do. It is a long flight time because it's right from one end of the battlefield to the other, actually. And I think it's the height that is actually giving him the ability to shoot over that range. And he just wiped out the T1 Heavy, so he's got his first kill. Almost a blind kill as well. Going for the heavy tank number 6. Falls back in time, but takes the hit anyway. 44 hit points. If he's tracked, no, he's not. He's still moving. Rounds out. Another hit, this time on the front of the vehicle for 95. Fires, thinking it's going to pull back. He does pull back. Oh, but the shell goes to the right. Now, can he get another one in? He's pulling back just as if he can. Nope, didn't damage, but he's going to go for the T150 this time. Fires a round in. The guy pulls forward. He's going to miss. Yes, he's having to think about 3 or 4 seconds ahead because remember, that's the delay before the shell will arrive. Oh, he got a hit there on the engine deck. Can't get the heavy tank number 6 now because he's in the he's in defilade on that hill. The rock's protecting him. But our teammates are going after the guy anyway. I don't think he's going to last very long because the KV2. And you can see that Targy's anticipating the T150 is going to come around the corner and try and stop what's going on to the heavy tank. They're anticipating he is coming in from that direction. Now that shell there appeared to come from the enemy Arty. Yes, they also have a Fifi. Oh, and looks like one of their shells actually just landed ahead of our KV1SA. And oh, KV2 went down. We couldn't see him because he was outside radio range. Yes, so the enemy Arty is rather good. There's the T150. He was right about that. The guy did come in and we hit him in on the engine deck. We're going for it again. Rounds out again. Just lands behind him. Tracked him. Keep pumping those shells in. Another one goes in. Oh, goes to the right this time. He'll fix his tracks probably before the next shot reaches him. No, he doesn't, because he was tracked twice. And this round's going in. No, lands short. He might want to start using those heat rounds if necessary. Fires a blind shot. And he gets him. Hasn't killed him yet though. Fires another blind shot. Nope, that one didn't work. Okay, so we've got nobody over in that corner at the moment. And our team is 3 tanks down on the enemy. So it's looking a bit grim at the moment. We do have some fairly good tanks nearby to actually protect us from the enemy. But we're going to have to wait until the enemy tanks in that corner get spotted again. We fire a snap in, doesn't work. He's dialing in on the Panzer IV Ausführung H. The guy is trying to aim as he's moving. But that was a little too far ahead of his path. In the meantime, the T-150's come down from the northwest corner. He's going after our T-28. Fires in a blind shot there. He needs to conserve his ammo now. He is running short. He's got 9 rounds of HE left, and there's the T-150. Might want to have those heat rounds ready. We've just lost the T-28, and it's now looking very grim. Rounds out the head of his path. Just lands a little too soon. And we've lost sight of him. Oh, he fires another one. No, conserve your ammo. You've only got 6 HE rounds left. And there's still 6 enemy tanks out there. No, you can't tell where he is now. Hold on to your ammo. Wait until you get an actual spotting of the tank, and then fire. But think about starting to use those heat rounds. You're down to 4 rounds of HE now. Don't fire anymore unless you can see the whites of their eyes. Otherwise, this is going to end up a rather heartbreaking loss. Well, here comes the IKV. Thin armor. Those things do suffer if they get hit. Rounds out. Just misses him again. I think he's a little... I get the feeling Targy's a little stressed at the moment. And it's making him make these bad shots instead of making perfect shots like he did in the Outpost game. I can see the tracer from the enemy Arty arching towards our Matilda. Our Matilda's having to hide from the enemy tanks, so that T-150 might be right in front of our rescue right now, but we can't see him. We're now relying on our teammates to tell us where the enemy is. We do have a 390-meter view range, but there's the T-150. He was up, and no, that shell didn't hit. The enemy are almost in sight of us. Okay, now we've got the T-150 and the heavy tank number 6, and that shell's run short. And now we've got 1 HE round left, and now he's going to start firing the heat rounds. Fires at the eye. Oh! This is dreadful. He's now down to the heat rounds only, and there's still 6 enemy tanks out there. Well, that one hit the tracks, but the T-150 still went down anyway. And that was a total waste. Oh no. Targy, you've got to control your ammo. You've got to watch what you're spending. Your teammates are taking down the enemy tanks for you now. Only 3 left on his team. There's a Sav crossing the valley. Now, he can easily make mincemeat of this thing because it has very thin armor. If only he had HE rounds, but he doesn't. But he still killed him! Oh my god, he's still got a penetrating shot right through the side of that Sav. Because he went to the gap and, well, Targy aimed for the gap and he was there. So Targy now has 2 kills, and his teammates do have kills as well. But they're still facing 3 enemy tanks. Now, they've got an Arty as well, and it's also a Fifi. Watch out with this cliff. Oh! Yes, luckily he only suffered critical hit damage to the tracks. It's not advisable to leap off such high heights because you might suffer damage. You could get tracked when you need to be active. And there's the other IKV. And he's firing in this direction. He could see us. Nope, that snap didn't work. Get into cover. That's it. Now you can turn and shoot. No, I'm not sure. Oh, he does know where the Shure-85 is. The enemy Arty hit us. And that was an HE round. And we've lost the Shure-85, so it's now 2 versus 2. He's trying to get a shot. No, he hasn't got a shot. He's got a red line there. He's trying to back up to get a shot on that target. Probably needs to get behind those bushes. Might be able to get a bit closer. Your angle at the moment, you've got you haven't got enough gun depression to actually get into that position. You've only got 4 degrees of gun depression, so you have to push forward to get the tank to level off so you can shoot at the enemy target. Now, yes, he is an Arty, so he's shooting on a parabola, but if he can't get the reticule to aim on the target, he's going to have to move, and then there's a possibility the enemy will get closer in the intervening period. He also needs to be closer to the bushes so he can see through them. Over on the other side of the battlefield, the enemy PP. Oh, wiped out! Round to the engine deck. It went right through, but he needs to get closer to these bushes because he can't see the Stug. The AMX CLC is coming back for us to help. That's it. Now we get close to the bushes. We might be able to spot the Stug. The Stug's gone rather quiet. I am wondering if that Stug is more badly damaged than we thought. Maybe he actually has some module out that's causing him problem, and that's why he won't push forward. The AMX CLC is coming in behind him through the gap, through the village. He's found him. Have we got a shot? Yes, we have. Oh, no, we haven't. Got a red line. He actually went into that little alcove or little cul-de-sac. No, that didn't work. Gonna have to get closer. The ELC probably doesn't want to go forward because the Stug could really badly damage him. Oh, he got him! He got him. And that's victory. Well, that was a very big turnaround in that gap battle because at one point they were way down on the enemy and it did look as if they were going to have a difficult time trying to stop the enemy from taking them all over. But they still managed to pull it off, and Targy got some kills as well to make up the difference. It's the second-class tanker for Targy in the 105 leFH18B2. He got a bruise medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 5 exactly. His win rate on this one was yet another Super Unicum standard, 3,731. Let's have a look at team score. Well, again, he didn't get the highest damage in the game. In fact, the Heavy Tank number 6 got the highest damage, 2,858. Not enough for a high caliber, wasn't 20%. Second highest damage was the Shure-85 on our team, 1,720. Unfortunately, he went down to the Stug. And the third highest damage went to the KV2 on our team with 1,512. Targy managed 1,414 in 4th place. But he actually did come better on kills because he came in 2nd place. The AMX CLC got 4 kills. He took out that last Stug. 3 kills went to Targy and 2 kills, and also to the T28 on the enemy team. And 2 kills went to the Shure-85, the KV1SA, the Heavy Tank number 6, the enemy Fifi, and their Sav M43. When it came to base XP, he's in 2nd place on that one too. 762 for targy, 891 for the AMX ELC right at the top, and 700 to the KB2 in third place. Now, he fired 42 rounds in this one, so he fired a lot more ammunition. The battle did extend for quite some time, and he was a little careless, I think, with the HE. He blasted a lot away. Sometimes he was getting blind hits on some of the tanks up in the northwest corner of the map, and I approve of that, because, yes, if the enemy tank was spotted and you did get a hit, a blind hit there, you might as well fire again, because you might actually still have him tracked. But when an enemy tank goes unspotted, like that T-150 did when he actually went after our T-28 and the T-28 went down, he couldn't see where the guy was anymore, and he was firing rounds in there that he desperately needed to keep hold of, just in case the enemy did come over their side of the map. So he used up a lot of ammunition and quite a lot of premium rounds as well. 12 direct hits on the enemy, 3 penetration, 16 splash, damage of 1,414 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. He did receive 1 hit by way of splash damage in the game. That was the enemy Arty pumping around into him. 7 enemy vehicles were damaged, 3 were killed, and 229 hit points of damage assistance. Now, he actually ended up with a small loss in the game of 4,123 credits. But as I said, that was because he used the premium ammo and he did have consumables as well. He did get 25 bonds, that's good, and 6,172 experience points. And he puts this one down to teamwork does pay off. Well, in the end, he did actually have some good companions towards the end of that game. Yes, the SU-85 went down, a bit of a mistake to the Stug. They faced off against each other, and the Stug's a little better on the armor than the SU-85, really. Even though it's very well angled armor, the Stug overwhelmed him and took him out. And, of course, the best partner was the AMX ELC on his team, who did actually help him to take down that Stug. He did go into that little corner, probably because he was badly wounded and couldn't fix whatever the problem was, or he was low on ammo, and he was trying to hide from our guys or hope that our guys would come looking for him and then he could ambush us. But certainly taking that guy out of the equation did help us towards the end of the game, especially that lovely shot that targy fired to get the enemy Arty over the other side of the battlefield. I think the AMX CLC thought he had an easy kill there, but that enemy Fifi was putting up quite a fight. But targy's round landing on the engine deck and the fact that it was a heat round as well went right through the armor and wiped him out with just 1 shot. So 2 great games from targy. Thanks for sending them in. In fact, we do have some more replays from targy from way back, actually, I think, and found those in the list as well, so those will get done soon. So I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching.